three, let's go. Hey, South Asia Valorant players, I'm Sean Garris.
It's Kusta.
And Michael from Genji Valorant here with some really exciting news.
We have teamed up with LG Ultragear and the Esports Club for Season 2 of the Gauntlet.
The winner of Tec Gauntlet Season 2 will receive an exclusive one-on-one mentoring session with our Valorant team to help identify areas of improvement in their game to prepare for a higher level of gameplay.
In addition to that, we're going to be reacting to some of the top plays throughout this competition. Guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so make sure you don't miss out on this. Good luck to everyone competing from everyone here at Genji Valorant.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new start to the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 2. Part of W Black and AMD Ryzen Raiden. It's going to be your boy Aggressive. Join my universe for this iteration of today's matchup. And honestly, match number one, you know what happened there, man. It was a roller coaster of emotions, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. And hey, right at the very end, Velocity, they got the win there. So let's head on down over onto today's fixtures and see exactly what we have in store for game number 2. And to start it all off here, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a banger of a game for sure. Reckoning versus the side of True Rippers. I am dubbing this to be another Val Classico in the sense that this is a story of two up-and-coming teams that have risen from the depths to take the tier 2 scene by storm and now break into that tier 1. They've already reached the tier 1 position, and they now need to solidify themselves of who is the better team by taking each other on right here and right now, universe.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, these two teams have been on the lower end of the tier 1, I believe, and on the upper end of tier 2. They are just a couple of steps away from being one of the best teams in the region. And yeah, they have shown they've got promise. They won out so many good games. Reckoning have been on the top of their game. True Rippers have shown that they, as a bunch of youngsters who've come together, have completely taken over anything and everything that comes their way. It's going to be a hell of a match today. I think this is one match that I've been waiting apart from the Global Esports versus Velocity game. And yeah, it's going to be pretty great.
It's going to be an interesting one for sure when you consider Reckoning Esports being a team that have gone through a lot of iteration and a lot of different changes themselves. We saw the first initial side of Reckoning Esports back in the Invitationals, and after that, they kind of went quiet. The team was really anywhere to be found on the tier 1 circuit or even in the tier 2 circuit. They were so quiet, and now suddenly They just came into the season 2. They busted everyone's doors down. They took the #1 seed when it came down to their side for their own group, and they just stood there. They were like, my head is held high, and I'm going to be the one that takes everyone down. Are they going to be initiating the reckoning on towards the side of True Rippers? That is a real question. But at the same time, let's just see which of these players have been tearing up the server the most as we head on down over to the MVP standings one more time to refresh our memories of which of these players have been the ones to be the literal terrorists throughout this entire game here, ladies and gentlemen. Because now the side of because now that the players are already here, it is not going to get updated, not just yet universe, but I personally do believe that as soon as we do see the update, Zeska Rossi, he's still going to be in that #1, and I think a couple of more people are going to be making their way on towards the side of the MVP.
Yeah, there might be a few more new entries into this top 4 unless we see Enigma's game come on tomorrow and Rafael has something to say about it. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good for SK Rossi. He has a pretty good ACS, pretty good KDA. Although he lost out today against Velocity, he still has a chance to drive everything towards his favor because we know how good he is, and we know that even though they are in the lower brackets now, Global Esports are not a team to be trifled with. But right now, we're going to see a team effort come out from True Rippers, of one of whom Paradox was on this list for a few weeks, a couple of weeks ago, but he's sort of gone off a bit, but that's okay. He can make his comeback happen over here, and we're going to see it happen probably if things go right now. We gotta watch out for Reckoning. That team has got players all across the board who can completely, disrupt the making of the opponent team, and they've done that for pretty much every single top tier team that we've seen so far. Are they gonna do it for True Rippers as well? It's gonna be a spectacle to watch.
That is for sure. So let's head on down over to the brackets here, ladies and gentlemen, and see exactly where the teams are positioned at when it comes down to their overall positions in general. And we can already see the Velocity, they're going to be making their way up, taking that win against Global for a 2-1. Global, they're going to be sent down to the lower brackets right off the get-go. A side that we normally never see, but hey, it all happens here on the LGL TC Gauntlet Season 2, part with W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. For a reason, here is where all the upsets do happen. And are we going to be seeing another massive upset here, Universe, is a real question. Because personally, I do believe that Reckoning, they have the edge against True Rippers because of the amount of discipline that they have shown throughout the entire tournament. Yes, they have their ups and downs, but to take a win against True Rippers, it's going to be really difficult because True Rippers as a team, they're known to be very rambunctious. They're known to be very, very ruthless in the way they do a lot of their plays. So Reckoning Esports are they going to be faltering, or are they going to be the ones to take up the challenge and take out the side of True Rippers? And speaking of the side of Reckoning, let's head on down over onto their team intro here, Universe, and see exactly who's going to be tearing up the server from their side from today on. And to talk about this roster is to talk about an entire growth of a person. You know how you mature from being someone who is just in its infancy, slowly but surely learning the ways of life, learning how to walk. For the side of Reckoning Esports, they learned how to walk, then started running, and then learned how to run a marathon even in a matter of one season, which is literally 1 month. They went from being at the very bottom to being at the very top, exceeding everyone's expectations.
Yeah, they have done a really good job. I love that this team's come out on top, the way that they have, in the manner that they've taken out some of the top talents in the country, and they've shown that they can be, one of the top contenders for this tournament as well. And beating True Rippers today could prove to be the first step in that direction. They win out today, and they are definitely going to be facing off, I think, either one of Force1 and Exo, and that's going to be another matchup that is, gonna blow off somebody's heads for sure. But right now, we've got a really interesting matchup of the underdogs, and I think it was just fate that this matchup was made, right? Because Global Velocity, True Rippers, Reckoning, it was bound to happen.
Hey, I called it yesterday on the brackets now, didn't I? When we were just doing the live draw, I called it right at the get-go. It could just be True Rippers versus Reckoning. It could just be Velocity versus Global. And hey, we got the 2 All Classicals, Val Classicals, sorry, right off the get-go. And hey, talking about something that's going to be classic, let's see who's going to be from the side. Let's see who is going to be on the spotlight from the side of Reckoning Esports here, ladies and gentlemen, as we head on down over onto their player spotlight, powered by AMD Ryzen Radiant. And it's going to be none other than Juven on this Sova. And this guy screams out consistency. The universe, just look at his kills, look at his stats, and look at his assists. Consistent all.
Yeah, he is really consistent, so much so that he wants to maintain that 1 KD ratio.
He's
and
hard,
does
man,
not-
on the Sova.
Yeah, he is a Sova main, and Juven is a really versatile player. He plays on the Sova, but he's good enough to play other roles as well. He can move around, and you know he's got so much impact on the team in terms of giving them informational play, space to work with, information that their you duelists can utilize. Bondev can plays along with them really well, and they got a good synergy. And I love that Juven, when he previous season he was playing on Team Kuchby, and they had a bit of a rough season. And now that he's come into this team, he just went from the bottom of the table, top of the table in one season. Contender status achieved for this man and the side of Reckoning. They couldn't make it to the qualifiers last time, but they did this time, and they've just straight on, head on, taken everybody by the horns, and they've given them something to look at. And I really hope that, they go all the way in this tournament, at least to the finals.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they're going to be the ones to take away the crown, because honestly, you know for a fact that I love a really good underdog story. But at the same time, who else could take the crown here as well? It's going to be the side of True Rippers. They're going to get a little bit jealous. So let's head on down over onto their team intro, ladies and gentlemen, and see exactly who is going to be the one to take on the juggernauts off the side of the Reckoning. Who is going to be the one to stop the world from ending here? Will it be True Rippers being able to stop the brute force that is Reckoning? Or will they falter under the pressure? Universe is the real question, because this roster, yes, it is an incredible roster on paper and also in the game as well. But at the same time, you know for a fact, right at the very end of our bracket stages, Rippers, they kind of lost their momentum. They kind of lost their mojo. They lost out on 2 consecutive matches, and they fell short very heavily for a lot of their different engagements here. So that's why I'm worried. Will they be able to do a lot, or will they also drop the ball here and be sent over on towards the lower brackets to go up against the side of another squad? Because in my eyes, I do believe that True Rippers can make that happen, but it's going to be difficult if Reckoning have brought their A game onto the table.
Yeah, if the boys in True Rippers can really pull out a ripper of a performance, then I have to admit that Reckoning, they're going to have a little bit of a tough time, but I still want to give the edge to Reckoning just because they, I think, have been more consistent than True Rippers. True Rippers have got what it takes, right, to be at the top. They've beaten Team EXO, they've beaten other top-tier teams, but Reckoning have got a lot more working in their way, I believe so. And yeah, we're going to see whether or not it's going to come true, because they've got players, and now let's have a look at one of their players who might just shine a little more.
Yeah, let's head on down over to the player spotlight for the side of True Rippers, ladies and gentlemen, powered by AMD Ryzen Radiant. See exactly who's going to be the shining light and the David to take down the Goliaths, known as the side of Reckoning Esports. And it's going to be none other than Paradox, a different profile picture, seemingly. I didn't expect that to happen, but hey, he's looking Chad, he's looking Fly, and he is ready, and you can see it in his eyes, man. He's a cold-blooded killer, and him on that jet could just be the deciding factor for all the matches that we see from now on. Paradox, he's been on the MVP standings for season number 1 and in season number 2 consistently throughout his entire career on the Gauntlet. But now that he's been dethroned from his top 4 position, he's now hungry to get that position back for himself. He's ready. He's Fly, 255 kills, 198 deaths, and assists of 52. I think that he's ready to take the entire Valorant world by storm once again.
He most certainly is. He's got the potential to do it, and we might as well see him do it today. And yeah, I think we've got a really, really interesting matchup on our hands today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be pretty crazy. We're going to see a lot of heads being bopped. We're going to see a lot of jet action. We're going to see a lot of strategic maneuvers being coming up as well. And Paradox is going to be at the cusp and the helm of all of it. Yeah, we're going to see what happens, Aggressive. I honestly can't wait for this match to start up, as we got the players loaded up on the server, and we're going to be starting up anytime soon. But we're going to have a look at the battleground, where exactly they're going to be playing. So let's have a look at the map, Guido, and see Whether or not it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise, and not so much. I think
Same thing all over again.
yeah, we got Haven instead of Icebox. We've got Ascent, which what happened between Global and Velocity. And we got split. I don't really have a problem with this map pool. It's just that Reckoning are trying to play it safe, and I agree with them that in a playoff stage like this, it's better to play it safe than to be sorry. And True Rippers have gone with Haven, and we know they're pretty good, but Reckoning are not too bad themselves. So I honestly don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel if Reckoning pick up the first map, then it's definitely gonna be a 2-0. But if True Rippers pick up the first map, then I think we're gonna see a 2-1 victory, but I don't know who it's gonna be.
The Ripper is on towards the side of Haven. And once again, I really want to highlight this. The way that the entire dynamic of our region has shifted, it just amazes me. Everyone, and I mean everyone, always picks up Ascent at the very beginning. It's not really being picked up anymore from the very start. Now everyone has shifted over onto Haven because of the amount of strategic avenues that it opens up for a lot of these different teams. You can do a lot more plays, you can be a lot more rambunctious, you can be a lot more slower or faster, more aggressive, depending on the agents that you select. And talking about the agent selection, ladies and gentlemen, we got that screen ready. The teams are now picking up their characters. So let's see who exactly are we going to be seeing on the map of Haven in particular. Are they going to be seeing a double initiator composition that we saw on game number 1 for today of Global versus Velocity? Or will it be a single initiator composition? And I personally do believe it's going to be a double Juven going onto the Sova Pawn. They're picking up that Sky. And now from the side of True Rippers, they don't often go in for a double initiator-based composition. They play it much more systematically, much more solely, not really going in for those type of strategies depending on what they want. They want to play for comfort. But will comfort actually work against the meta strats that the side of Reckoning have on their side here, Universe? I don't really think so. The double initiator just adds so much to the table that if you don't have it yourself, you're relying a lot more on your gun capabilities.
Yeah, that is true. But the thing about this lineup from True Rippers is that they've got a lot of firepower. Paradox and One Tap got a pretty much, crazy duelist, and they can get into spaces, create space for their teams a lot more faster, I believe, as a person themselves, rather than the Owl and the Hound of Sova and Sky can. So I think they're banking upon that fact. And now that they've even got a difference in the Sentinels, they've got a Cypher against a Killjoy, Trist and Relic. They're going to be playing that Sentinel role. It's going to be the same controller on both sides. The only thing is there's one Sova on each side, and the difference being it's going to be a Reyna against the Sky. Whose flash is more potent? Sky. Who's got more information to play? Sky. But who's got more firepower is going to be Reyna. Individual plays can be made by Reyna, but Sky cannot be as potent as a Reyna in individual play. You need a teammate to try and cover up, the ground that you would have lost while trying to flash out. And that's something that we need to see how exactly the side of Reckoning are going to do. And as we head into game, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be jumping into this underdog Val Classico, as we have got True Rippers trying to take on Reckoning Esports. And honestly, it's going to be a hell of a match. I have nothing to expect. I just want to watch, enjoy, and, kick back, have a Red Bull, and see who exactly is going to be tearing the heads apart.
Yeah, if you want to get yourself a can of Red Bull as well, make sure to scan the QR code that's going to be at the bottom left side, bottom right side, sorry. And hey, if you want to get yourself energized because you want to see exactly how this is going to be working out. So let's head on over towards the game here, ladies and gentlemen, to see what the teams are up to, what they're planning, what they're stratting about. Because when you consider the position, it's going to be a fast, stay long push already from the double initiator-based composition, but they do get caught out. They know exactly where they are. And Chian and Juven instantly just bump into heads. They know exactly where One Tap God is, but One Tap God living up to his name. It's going to be One Tap, one person out of existence, Master and Master and One Tap God. They're going to be able to get one kill DJ and straight around the corner. It's not going to be able to find that first initial kill. Gets out to safety at the bare minimum, sending it down over to a 3 versus 3 situation already. The match just started here, Universe, and already they're picking up the pace real quick.
Yeah, it started off pretty quick, and it looks like it's turning out to be a gunfight pretty early on. A very interesting gunfight as well. As Trist, here's the plan coming in. Master's gonna be the one doing it. Then he's running in. He wants to get the kill, but he's gonna give up his life instead. Panther's there to take the trade, and he gets a 2. There's only one player left, and that's one tap god, and I don't think he's gonna have the bandwidth to come and get this stop. JN looking in the right direction now. He's gonna get taken down, but it's too late for one tap god. Although he gets all the kills, he's not gonna get the round for his team. Reckoning have done just enough, and they're gonna be happy with that, as Panzer, pretty much the hero of that round. He got the trade for Relic and Master, as Triss tried to get them down, but hey, round secured. That's all they needed. And now they're gonna be going into the next round with full buy. They've got Marshall on JN, while the rest of them are playing on Spectres with full armor, so they don't want to take any risk whatsoever. And this team wants to play to the best of their abilities with staving off any risk whatsoever.
Ooh, the Marshall could have just gotten a collateral, but Jane's not gonna be able to find it. But still, goes in for the reswing. He's gonna go for one peek at the bare minimum. Paradox is right on the left-hand side corner. You can easily just go in for it, but JN, he's super low. He needs to try and survive this. He's gonna be able to get out barely the skin of his teeth at the bare minimum, but still with the pushes coming on down through towards the angle of Goraz. The alarm bot's gonna be good for one kill, I personally do believe, but Triss cannot go in for it. Over aggressive. He's gonna go in, and he does get taken out in the process as well. 21 bullets to work with. Panzer's not gonna be able to get that kill, but Masters, what are you looking at, man? He could have just gotten that reverse, but again, right at the very end, he's gonna be able to get his revenge shell down on towards the face of one tap god. One tapping him out of existence with that Marshall. And with that, 2-0 on the scorecards here, Universe. Really, really good start, I would say, for the side ranking.
Yeah, so far so good, Aggressive. But the thing about Valorant is whenever you got that 2-round lead, it actually doesn't really say anything unless you put up a third on the board and maybe a fourth on the back of it. Winning out the bonus is what counts, and that's exactly how you set the tone for the rest of the game, or at least for the half. We've got now JN trying to go in for another aggressive peek towards A short. He's got support in the form of a hound. Yeah. Spots him up, but one tap god is gonna tap him out of existence. Paradox gets spotted out. Juven around the corner throws in that shotgun for a safety measure. They know where Paradox is, and they're gonna spam a couple of bullets, but he's still not gonna deter his position. He gets the kill. 60 HP, doesn't even matter. True Rippers have the upper hand in terms of man advantage, and make that another one. 2v5. Triss probably good for one kill, I believe. He hears all of these sound cues. He's gonna look for one.
Oh no!
No, Triss! No, Triss! No! Oh no, Triss. Panzer's gonna get the kill. Yeah, Panzer's gonna get the kill, but he's not gonna probably find anything else, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Crosshair is gonna put his crosshair to his head and tap him, as True Rippers are gonna be putting out round number 1, and pretty much what we expect from any default, Valorant match of two equally matched teams at the very most. Even if they're 49-51 matched, still gonna be the same scoreline coming up in the first couple of rounds. And now there's a buy coming in from both these sides, and there's the operator on JN and Aggressive. This is where it starts getting interesting, because there's half armor on 3 people of Reckoning, and I'm not quite sure if that's gonna be enough to hold on the push of True Rippers.
Just happy that there was no instant replay for that, because I'm pretty sure that Triss wouldn't have wanted that at all. 2-1 of the scorecards. It's gonna be the side of True Rippers finally being able to get a point for them on the board, but at the same time, the side of True Rippers did not get too comfortable, because that last round was a bonus round coming on down through from the side of Reckoning. So here is where the real fun will begin. You can already see that Bondep, he pushed his way up really deep into the back lines already, having a very aggressive position on towards the side of A long. This is a good spot for him. Everyone is funneling down onto his one angle. He does have only one flash to work with, though, which can be really dangerous. If he's not able to get a lot of value out of that one flash, at the bare minimum of get even 2 kills, not even one, ladies and gentlemen. He needs 2 kills to make this aggressive position work. If he doesn't even get one, it's already done and dusted. The A side will belong to the side of True Rippers, and there is nothing that they can do about it. Ooh, one death. Someone's waiting for him. Oh, yes. One more. Flash him. Oh my god, 3 kills. 3-2. He's gonna get 3. He's gonna flash. He knows what to do. But he's not going over aggressive. Smart play by him. He's gonna be able to switch around to another corner. Probably gonna be able to find out one more. Come on. 2 bullets in a dream. He's not gonna be going for it. But Bond, if you want that ace, make it for yourself. But Triss is gonna be able to redeem himself in the process. Just slap Paradox in the face with a bullet. And that's how you go in for a bait, ladies and gentlemen. And Bond, he played that bait beautifully.
Most certainly he did, Gracie. What a round by Bondef. Sprays down one, gets another on the back of it. It's just this one. And then he gets 2. Doesn't even matter that they didn't line up. His aim was just enough to keep the bullets on their heads. And the 4th came in. Unfortunately, Paradox was just too quick to run away and give himself up to Trist. But that's okay. Reckoning. They put up 3rd on the board. And dominance still continues. Even though they've got the buy True Rippers, they need to be careful how they play this out over here, Aggressive. Because it's just rounds like these that could let you slip up. And look at that. Juven's already found Relic. And no more tripwires to be worried about. Backstab can come in, but look at his timing! Trist! Oh no, he's let somebody creep by, and that's Paradox, and this is the one person you don't want to be letting creep by. Paradox has found one person, he's found even Trist, and he's gonna take down both of them, but before both of them go down, they've taken down one each, and Reckoning are still in the position of advantage in terms of men. So, Paradox, his maneuvers have worked out, but just not enough, as the retake comes in, and Paradox is making himself a lot more useful.
Paradox, he's just able to do so much. He's looking for his own ace now. He's like, Bondef, I know for a fact he didn't get the ace last round, but hey, just look at me. I'm Paradox and I want my own ace as well, but Juven, he's one of those players that can secretly take down a lot. And Paradox, he has such a beautiful angle. He nearly is able to see it through from the top end. If Juven walks in, it's already done and dusted. Juven doesn't know, but he misses the shot. Paradox! The pressure got to him, man. He's just not able to get it. 4-1 on the scorecards, and Juven's gonna be able to get an incredible clutch on his own accord. But Paradox, man, he nearly pulled off the impossible, clearing out on those 4 players. He nearly made it happen, but right at the very end, it was just not enough. He needed to dig down deeper for that win, and he was just not able to find it.
Ooh, Reckoning have done a pretty good job of holding this out. 4-1. Paradox almost gave everyone a scare on Reckoning over there, getting that 4K. But Reckoning survived the scare. They've got to make sure that they don't fall into the paradox that is called Paradox. Because if they do, he's gonna just tear you apart limb by limb. And now JN in a different position than what he was before. Gets spotted out, gets a few nice coming his direction, but is not gonna get killed. No damage even. And Paradox is running it through straight. And he wastes all of his knives, and Bondef is here to cover up the back of the side. Juven to support the offer, and one by one, everybody from TR are just falling apart. It was an eco round, but it's still something that they should have salvaged at least another kill. They did their best though. I think Paradox got a little too aggressive, and he had to pay the price for it. And as a result, Reckoning have 5 already on the board, and it almost feels like the game just started, but it's almost already halfway through in the first half, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't really expect that to happen at all, but it feels like Reckoning, they're kicking up the pace, and you gotta remember something, this is not the home map of Reckoning. This is their off map, and it's True Rippers who need to get a lot of the advantages here with them being on the attacking side, and you have to remember, Haven is an attacker side in map, and Juven, he just could cause a little bit more problems. What Capcom's gonna be able to jump up and dodge that. Oh my god, that was too close. They're not going to get any information off of that Hunter's Fury, but with this one Seeker being used by Bondef, it's going to be good for 1 kill as well. One Tap God needs to take a backseat here. Paradox dashes his way inside of the side. But how much more value is he going to be able to find here? Paradox chicken around the corners. He's not going to be able to find out much. Relax going to be good for 1 kill. Takes down Juven. Now JN, he needs to find one. Come on, the operator's gonna be clean. It's gonna be good for 1 kill as well. Sending him down over to a 2 versus 4 situation. The Cypher's hat gets taken off as well. The positions are gonna be good, but the Omen ultimate's just gonna be even stronger. Panzer's gonna go into the shadows, peek out from the back, and it's gonna be the thing that takes down Paradox and Relic. He's just gonna get put into an even stickier situation. 6-1 on the scorecards here, Universe, and it feels like Reckoning, they have the entire map under a complete lockdown, just like we are at home.
Out.
Yeah, that is true. The lockdown, I mean, not exactly lockdown. I mean, nobody really gets detained here, do they? You know, like,
oh, they do.
They do get detained. Okay, right. I hear a producer telling it, and I hear Aggressive telling it, so I'm gonna believe y'all. But right now, Reckoning need to believe something that is coming towards A main needs to be shut down. And looks like Bondef, Jay, and Juven are all 3 getting together in a triple tag team. And they're gonna get all of these players down. Yeah, I have no clue, dude. I have no clue.
They're reading all of these pushes so well, dude. I don't understand this. And they're getting all of the kills from it as well. They're not stopping.
They aren't stopping. I don't know, but it's eco after eco for True Rippers. Every time they buy, and they lose that round, they're going back to an eco, and that's kind of, you know, suit followed that. You have economy, you buy one round, and then, yeah, you lose it out, and then you go back to where you started from. So if they keep losing rounds, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And we are seeing that happen, and I really hope True Rippers pick up the pace because this is their map, by the way. And I'm not quite sure what exactly they're thinking about.
This is just really questionable. This can be done so much more better in a lot of those different ways, but True Rippers, it feels like they're not playing together as a squad and they're dying out for it every single time. Bondef getting a little bit too ambitious on his own accord, swings out. Gonna be able to take down Paradox at the bare minimum, so that's gonna be a good kill because losing out on your Sky for a duelist, I would say, is a pretty good trade, especially when the opponent team doesn't have a Sky of their own, but Relic. I thought someone was flanking him, but no one's flanking him. There was just his teammate, but Juven, he could be the one to get Relic's phone number, calls him up, and sends him back home immediately by rejecting the call. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a 7-1 scoreline, possibly hitting on down over into an 8-1 because no one's going to clear Juven. Juven's in the best possible position. They don't know what Juven is. Juven's going to deny the flag. He's looking for a couple of more. Knows exactly where Crosshair... Sorry, I mean, One Tap God should be. But still, it's just not going to be working out. It's all up to Masters and One Tap God to try and clutch this one out. But the positions are just not going to be good. And someone's at towards the side of a short. It's going to be Triss. 1 kill. Last kill for Panzer. What's happening? Like, we're talking about something. It's already done.
Oh, no, you don't
You know,
deserve my
you see the tactical difference between this game and the previous one, Aggressive, is that Velocity and Global take it so slow. They play it out until the last 20-30 seconds, but by the time you see these two teams get into their positions and they, you know, try to find some kills, within the first minute itself, it's all over. And that shows that, you know, you've got the ferocity, you've got the ambition to run in, get some kills, be the, you know, the knife that your team needs to use to surgically destroy the opponents, but it's not working out for True Rippers as much as they want to. We know that they're an aggressive team with the help of Paradox, but still not working out. Finally, something going in their way, and there's informational play as well. And here's JN, gets spotted up, but doesn't even matter. He takes out Crosshair anyway. Paradox now running in, and JN has an idea that he's around this corner. Paradox knows better than to peek out this angle, but he's still close by. And if JN gives out a little bit of a peek, he's definitely going to lose his life. He saw him as well, and it's not going to matter that he saw him. JN is just too damn quick. One Tap God takes care of Bondef, and now in the 3v2, finally True Rippers have the plan down in a situation where they can actually win out a round.
Sessions are going to be good, but at the same time, if JN has something to say about this with his knives, it's going to be difficult. JN? He just stared at Master for a solid 2 seconds, and Master just one-taps him out of existence. The fact that JN fell asleep a little bit there, it's gonna hurt him. Panzer's gonna be good for 1 kill. He's looking for a couple of more, but the positions are just even better. Going in for a TP. This TP could just work. They don't know where he is. Panzer can easily possibly take down one. He doesn't know someone's at his back end, though. He's not gonna check out Graffiti. And Masters is gonna be the one that takes him down instead. They knew exactly where Panzer is. They knew his shenanigans, and Masters, being an Omen player himself, is not gonna be risking any of that. 8-2 on the scorecards. And the first round on the board after a long time for the side of True Rippers. Is this the round that gets them a possible win here and that possible 8-4 scoreline? Because if they don't get it, they gotta believe in the 9-3 curse, just like the side of Velocity.
9-3 is a scoreline that they should be believing in right now, and they should be hoping to get. But it's still a little bit away. Bondef eats a bullet to the face, but he still survives because he was a Phantom. And Paradox, he just went towards the B side, not caring about his teammate being flashed. And now it's already True Rippers in the backlines in the first 15 seconds of the round. JN has locked down the A side. He's got a kill as well. Relic so casually walks into his crosshair, and JN will have no problem clearing that out. Triss is holding down B. We've got Reckoning with probably the most defensive line setup you can see anywhere. No map control for True Rippers. Finally, they get a little bit of it. Garage has been taken over by them, and they're going in towards C. Panzer gonna get spotted out. No, he's not. This is gonna be really important. But a small little Oh my god, that rift of jump, that small little jump is gonna give away his life. And in a 3v3 Reckoning, I've got the backstab, I've got the Killjoy ultimate, everything. But there it is, it's not gonna work out. Jayan on the backstab is just gonna delete anything and everything that Troopers are gonna try. And Trist is gonna clean up shop as Reckoning put up 9 on the board. And my word, this is a team that is here for business. They're not messing around, Aggressive. They say, we might be open for you to come and take out our ground, but that doesn't mean that we're not gonna respond in retaliation. Beautiful, beautiful play by Reckoning. I love it. It's just, this just goes to show how much these guys have come ahead in literally less than a season.
I don't know, man. It feels like Reckoning has got it even better since the last time we saw them. Last time we saw them was just what? Maybe 1 week, 2 weeks ago, and now they're in this position? Explain to me how good a team can get in a span of barely 2 weeks. Reckoning, they feel a lot more disciplined. They feel like they're playing together much more as a unit. They're going in for double peaks, triple peaks. Their pushes are really strong. And on Haven, it feels like they've read into every single strategy that True Rippers can have, and they tore it down piece by piece, and they know exactly what strat the side of True Rippers are going to go for in every single round. The reads are just that accurate, and having that much accuracy when it comes down to your opponent's positioning just goes to show they have done their research and their homework. It's not really rocket science what they're doing. They're just counter-strategizing them really beautifully to understand where opponents like to hold, to understand their tendency, who likes to go where, is one of the fundamental things about Valorant and what separates a top-tier team from another team. It's about understanding your opposition and doing your homework before playing a match. And in this case, the side of Reckoning, they've done it, and it feels like True Rippers, they haven't done the same thing. They're going in for their usual strategies, the things that we know them for, and they're paying for it. Because, yes, you can win out in a 1 versus 1 engagements with your usual default strategies on every single round, but the thing is, you need to try something a little bit more different. But once again, the side of True Rippers, they've been going in for the same strat. They want to go in for a heavy garage push, but they don't have a lot to work with here. Trist, he's in such a beautiful position. Could just shut down 2 players. As soon as they go in for a swing, the wall bangs are going to be there, but he's just going to be going for the push. Paradox only has 1 dagger left. GN, with the operator, should be able to shut down 2 players at the bare minimum. Smokes are there. Bondev's going to be coming on down through. He gets 2 kills for himself. He's looking for 1 more. Spots him out exactly. Trist is going to be the one instead to shut down Paradox. And Universe, they're falling into the same trap again. I think it's over. Oh. Wait, no, never mind. It's over.
10-2. No more curses scoreline either for this side of True Whippers, as Reckoning have put on a performance for the ages here, ladies and gentlemen, and to completely be taken out, I honestly don't know what exactly is happening. The thing about this is that Reckoning, they are putting in so much pressure. You can see they're being aggressive. You can see that they're being aggressive, but they're also being so very, cautious about their aggression. They know that they need another player to support them when they're going aggressively. You can see there's 3 player stacks at some points. There's 2 player stacks. There's never a single person left alone except for this one round where you can see. But that is on the side of True Rippers. And now Reckoning on the attack. If they win this pistol, I might as well have to call it done and dusted.
Rippers, they're still gonna be good for 1 kill at the bare minimum. They're gonna be able to take down GN! But one tap God, he misses on the shot on the Bondef. He was trying to move around and he faced the ultimate prize for it in that situation. No one's gonna be clearing him out. Just gonna be good for 1 kill. Bondef's gonna be able to take down another player. Paradox. He's all this lonesome with his buddy Relic trying to pull off a play here. He needs to run on down 4 and maybe back up his friend, but in this situation, how much backup can you give? Look at the side of True Rippers. They're in shambles. Paradox get caught out by Paranoia, but Relic with the spams, he's gonna be the one to take on Bondef instead. Positions are gonna be good. The shots are gonna be clean as well. Panther's gonna be good for 1 kill. Paradox gets taken down to 1 HP as well. The shots are gonna be taken, but Paradox's bullets on that spam, he was not able to find it. Unlucky for Paradox, but Jubin with the slow, methodical taps is gonna be the one to take down Paradox instead. Oh god, that was down to the wire, man, and Reckoning barely pulled that one off. But I think that Paradox, the nerves were acting up heavily for his son.
Ooh, that was really close. Cuban could have almost given that up. He was down to 20 HP, and Paradox, he too was low. And it was the battle of whose bullet was going to connect first. It had to be given. And now they've got a buy, Reckoning. And they're going to be playing against the True Ripper team. Wait, what the hell?
Insane lineup, man. Oh my god.
Hello? What the hell? Yuvin? Was that Yuvin? No, that was...
No. That was actually Crosshair.
Oh, that was
lineup
Crosshair. Yeah, get out. Get out. What the hell was that? I need to really learn that. How would you even find the patience to find a lineup like that, huh?
Hey, they have a lot of free time. And hey, they're professional players for a reason, man. They have
This
so
is
much
their
time
job,
to
you
do all
say.
of this. Yeah, this is their job. Like, it's our job to analyze these teams. It's their job to find lineups like this and absolutely
Oh, but look at Paradox.
Oh no!
Be faster.
Free
He
kill for
actually
him.
finds. Yeah, free kill, and now he's moved on towards the attacking side spawn. He's gonna cause a lot of damage. He's got even Relic on the B window, under the B window, I believe. Nah, Bondef is gonna take care of him. Relic, as much as he would want to cause some damage over here, he's only got Triss to find, and he's gonna actually find him. Reckoning are falling apart in this, and that's not a good thing. JN's been spotted out, and Relic is now gonna be careful because now he even has a Spectre. One tap God finds Panzer, and True Rippers, they're making this round work.
30 seconds
The A side
left.
is going to be attacked by Jane any second. That camera's going to spot him out, but Crosshair is already here on the side along with Relic.
No more charges left.
And it's going to be difficult, but he takes out one. He needs to shift his weapon. JN, 1v3. Good enough weapon to do it, but just not good enough positioning. Master comes out jumping with that frenzy, blows his head off, and True Rippers, they are going to be surviving the eco round. And what a good thrifty by them.
This is a thrifty that we didn't really expect. You gotta remember something. They didn't buy anything. They were playing for whatchamacallit. They were just playing for something. Like they just wanted to get a couple of kills, maybe do some eco damage, and then go in for a proper buy round and make something work out for them. But that was not the case here. They got a round win, and I don't think even the side of True Rippers expected that. But hey, if you're able to get it, that's gonna be good. And once again, this man with his lineups. How many lineups do you have from mid? He has one from C-Long, he has one for A, and now the side of True Rippers, they gotta worry about the push from the side of Garage, but they don't have to worry about it for too long because they got a couple of kills, they got a couple of taps to the forehead as well to finish everything off. True Rippers with a flawless round to end everything off, and hey, Universe. But just could this be another comeback coming down from the side of True Rippers? Because I'm pretty sure that Reckoning, they're kind of spooked now. After losing out on a thrifty like that, that's going to hurt their momentum a lot. And that's why they're going to be going in for a pause. They need to slow everything down. They need to break the momentum that the side of True Rippers have on their side. And this is the level of experience that Reckoning are bringing down to the table. Taking pauses like this not only helps your team, but also stops any form of momentum being gained by the side of True Rippers. This is going to be a full-on reset. And in this round, the first buy round for the side of Reckoning, they could just close everything out here and take the 12th round on the board and head over onto match point and possibly take the 13th force kill.
Yeah, the fourth round has come in, and a comeback is, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that, uncommon, but it definitely is a really, really steep mountain to climb. Now that Reckoning have put in their own timeout, it probably is to just throw off the side of True Rippers a little bit more and make them think, okay, they've got a timeout, now where are they going to come? We should have expected one thing before the timeout came in. What if they changed their plans? What if it was A and now it might be C? What if it was B? Could be anything, and it looks like it might just be A. And aggressive. If we have Paradox going in a little bit aggressive himself right now with the operator, is it going to be successful? Is something we're going to have to find out. He gets blinded, goes back. Panthers coming around the corner. He's lurking there, waiting for the kill. Crosshair moves back as well. Here come the Seekers from Bondef, and they need to make this work for here, Reckoning, or else it's going to cause them a lot of trouble. And Paradox is not going to let them. Finds the one, goes into the smoke, and gives up his life. Why would he do that? Needs to go back. But one tap God is taking control of the situation himself. He's got people to his left. He's got people to his right. And he's going to go down to Trist. 2v2. It's the Sentinel and Omen combo right now. And it is RGE who have the advantage of the plan.
Spike
There it
planted.
goes. And now they need to play on time.
Oh, it's all up to the contacts being made. The swing has been taken. Both of the players are there. It's a 1-versus-1 situation. Oh no, both of them are at low HP. Press. Oh, what?
Okay.
The
Match
classic is balanced, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you...
Ay, the classic is just yeah, it is
What's the counterplay to that? That guy just swung around the corner, didn't even
haven't-
stop for a second. He was just drive-bying himself backwards and just got a kill on the relic by right-clicking him on the forehead. If I did something like that in my game, it wouldn't have hit. If you did something like that, probably it could have hit, probably not. And in this situation, I gotta say that relic just got a little
Get
bit
out of my way.
unlucky, I guess.
oh boy, one tap god, aggressive positioning, spotted
Oh,
out.
no.
Oh, he's gonna get a lot of bullets coming his way, but he actually escapes. No, he doesn't. Relic still finds one though, so that's good enough. Reckoning are still a man down, so True Rippers can still work with that. JN possibly could be spotted out. No, he won't. No, I think he will be. Goes in for that aggressive push, and he gives away his life. Not the best of decisions that he's made, but still. RGE still have the match point on their back, so they can afford to lose this one and probably the next one.
Ooh.
But I'm not quite sure if Bondev wants that. He's on his lonesome, but in a 1v3, he's already got 3 kills, so basically it was a 1v5 all along. Looking for more. He wants this round. He wants to shut it down all by himself. He wants to be the hero of the team. Relic is going to spot him out, and as soon as that dart goes into his body, it's going to be Paradox trying to make some moves. Winging towards garage. He knows where Relic is probably. He's just holding on, waiting.
30 seconds
This is
left.
really nerve-wracking given the situation of things because Paradox is holding down the backstab in case he decides to turn around Bondev. But he's moving in towards the side, and now he needs to be a little bit more careful. He hears one. He knows where one is. He needs to look in the direction, but the Relic is going to find the better of him. Patience plays dividends. And now it's going to be True Rippers to put up number 5. And they survive for another round aggressive. How long are they going to be surviving, though, is the question.
It's gonna be an interesting one for sure here, Universe, because it's getting closer and closer, but at the same time, the side of Rippers, they need to find something that works for them solidly, because it feels like any of the plans that they have are of the thickness of paper, and Side of Reckoning can just break through them very easily if they just adapt to it. The defensive side just started, so a lot of the strategies that the side of Rippers are employing can be little bit more harder to read into, but as soon as the side of Reckoning read into it, they need to switch it up right on the fly in the middle of the game, because you always say this, on that 12-5 scoreline, they need to be playing every single round very differently. If they don't play it very differently, if they allow the side of Reckoning to adapt to any of the strats that they do have employed across the game, it's just gonna get even harder. But the thing is, Reckoning, they're not even allowing them to take a lot of map control. The side of Reckoning are not playing it really fast. They're not playing it super quickly to go up against them here. So, in a way, if you don't play it slow, how do you take map control? Taking map control is not helpful. It's just gonna be going for it. They're going in for a C-long execution. The positions are gonna be strong! But still, Chris is just not gonna be able to find that kill. This is an equal round, you do have to remember, so it's all about trying to deal as much damage as possible! Jane's gonna get taken out as well by Paradox on their operator. One is gonna be able to get one more kill down on towards the side of Master. 2 versus 3 situation on the map. Already a lot of eco damage being given. They just need to find a couple of more right around the corner. It's gonna be
One tap god.
They get a kill down on a 1. This is very much possible, ladies and gentlemen. This could just be a possible thrifty round win for their side if they're not careful. Paradox does get the pack straight through the wall, but that's just enough to go in for a kill. Not just yet. The heal is also there, so get around the corner. Should be able to go in for 1 kill, but they don't want to risk it. Crosser is in a good spot. He's gonna be good for 1 kill. It's all up to Bondev. He doesn't have a lot of guns to work with. He has a flash. He knows exactly where he is. It was an agreement. Oh, that! He pulls off the insanest clutch that I have seen! He doesn't miss! This guy is insane! What is he on? What did he eat for breakfast? I really want to know that! He just not pull that one off! He literally pulled that one out of absolutely nowhere!
I I have no idea what the hell was that. Okay, reckoning. Yo, you guys, if you're watching this, the players of Reckoning, if you're watching this, not allowed, okay? No, absolutely not, no. That's not how you end the game. But I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. You know what? These guys are just crazy. The way that they orchestrated that entire push, they went in aggressively. But I think the one mistake that caused the entire round for Trippers fall apart was one tap God pushing in that smoke in garage. He pushed in. Juven got the better of him because he heard the sound cue coming in. I don't really know what one tap God was thinking. He should have just let them go for the plan. I don't know why he wanted to go in for that. But he ran straight to that smoke. He ran to his death. And I think that was what just allowed, you know, RGE to find the footing that they needed to win that round. And Bond F, I mean, this guy's so good on the sky. And next map, I think he might just pick up the Raze. And he's going to be even more potent on that.
Look at the scoreboard here, ladies and gentlemen. It's just even more like, I don't know, man. What just went wrong for the side of Rippers? They had a really good position for themselves. This is their home map. They could have done so much more here. But Bond Dev going on towards the side of 22 kills on the sky. Jin on 18, Trist on 11, the rest on a 12 and 11 as well. But from the side of True Rippers, they just all fell apart. They were not able to win any of their gunfights. And the thing is, they were not losing because they were getting fair duels. They were not getting fair duels whatsoever. Reckoning, they always went for triple peaks. Reckoning, they always went for doubles. Doesn't really matter what situation they were in. They were constantly just popping heads left, right, and center, not even stopping for a single second in any of those different engagements. And that's what amazes me here. Because when you consider all of the positions being held by the side of Reckoning, they didn't allow the side of Rippers to breathe for even a second. That's one of the main things you need to consider.
True.
Them not being able to breathe, them not being able to do something in the positions that they were holding just costed them everything here. But ladies and gentlemen, that was just game number one. I literally had my hand to my forehead being like, how did Bondep pull that one off? But if anything like this happens on game number two as well, because you do need to remember that it's going to be Reckoning's home map, it's just going to get even more better moving on down the line here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be heading on down over into a short break, and we're going to be back with you with map number 2 of the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant, after a short word from our sponsors.
Hey, South Asia Valorant players, I'm Sean Garris.
It's Kusta.
And Michael from Genji Valorant here with some really exciting news.
We have teamed up with LG Ultragear and the Esports Club for Season 2 of the Gauntlet.
The winner of Tec Gauntlet Season 2 will receive an exclusive one-on-one mentoring session with our Valorant team to help identify areas of improvement in their game to prepare for a higher level of gameplay.
In addition to that, we're going to be reacting to some of the top plays throughout this competition. Guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so make sure you don't miss out on this. Good luck to everyone competing from everyone here at Genji Valorant.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. And hey, we are back after a mind-boggling of a game number 1. We got ourselves energized. We got ourselves a can of Red Bull by scanning that QR code down below. And hey, it was an incredible match number 1, something that we didn't really expect, but hey, kind of expected, but kind of not expected as well, because no one knows what happened, and I'm just not going to even talk about it. We'll talk more about it when it comes down to the match highlights at the very end. It's a 39-5 scoreline, and for map number 2 on Ascent here, the home map of Reckoning, will True Rippers be able to pull off a miracle? They're going to fall on their faces once again, just like on paper.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this scoreline, 13-5 is something that I don't think you would expect. But I really thought that, True Rippers would give a little bit more of a fight, heavier fight than what they did. And, I honestly believe that in the underdogs, that I said it before as well, if Reckoning take map number 1, they're going to take this 2-0, and I still stand by that, because Reckoning are honestly looking a lot more stronger than True Rippers do. But if True Rippers somehow pull out Ascent, then I'm going to be so really happy for them.
Yeah, this is just going to be a very close one indeed when you consider the overarching storyline. But after such a loss in map number 1, it's just going to get even harder. But with the agent selections on the card taken up for us, I just don't know, man. It feels like anything could happen here. Anything from the start, anything up till the very end. The pickups are going to be there. And Reckoning, They're going in for a Phoenix, something that we don't expect them to pick up as often.
Yeah, I thought Bondef would probably go for the Raze, but I think we've seen him play Phoenix before in Ascent. He needs that flasher, and it's a pretty good thing that he has one. Reyna is self-sufficient, but I think Phoenix is, you know, a little bit more self-sufficient with the ultimate that he has as well, and also with his self-healing properties. On the other side of things, we've got a single duelist setup looking like in place. Again, a dual initiator that could be coming in. One tap god this time. Not feeling too comfortable with the duelist. Is going to go for the sky. And there it is. It's going to be a single duelist against another one. There is an Astro versus Omen battle. There's a Killjoy versus Cypher battle. The only thing that's common is the Sova and the Jet. Everything else, there's a difference. It's going to be now for the side of RGE to pick up two duelists, and whether or not they're going to be able to work that out, we're going to have to see now.
Going to be difficult, especially when you consider that RGE, I would say in the overarching storyline, they have a lot more utility to work with, primarily because the Phoenix allows you to be a lot more dynamic in the way you approach a lot of these different engagements. And in my eyes, Phoenix is such a strong character that a lot of the people in our region are shying away from him because of how difficult he is to get a lot of value out of, because Phoenix requires you to be a lot more proficient by yourself in a lot of those different engagements. But the thing is, Bondef, he has that proficiency. He got 22 kills as a Sky. This is post-nerf Sky, ladies and gentlemen. If this was pre-nerf Sky, I would say that, yeah, it's Bondef. He's going to be getting it because Sky is just as broken. But post-nerf? 22? Yeah, that's just not going to happen. Not when you're just as strong as Bondef here. And with this Phoenix in his hands, an agent that he can rely on to be really strong all by himself. He doesn't really need to work much here. And things could just be working out in their favor if they do play their cards properly. But, Universe, I'm going to ask you, do you think that the side of the Phoenix is one of the prime reasons why they're going to be winning out here, or could they just lose out here as well?
I think that when you consider Phoenix, it is something that, you know, as an agent, like you said, self-sufficient, who needs to be good on his own, who needs to be a little bit more of a, you know, a solo player than the team, because his flashes set only himself up. It can set up his teammates, yeah, but they're very close range. You need to throw them across the wall, being just like, you know, a feet away from it, or, you know, when you got the wall, the blaze wall, that too allows you to go past, or even your team. That's one team thing. The Molotov, just like any other Molotov, is good enough for damage, but also allows him to heal himself. And the ultimate is more of a, I would say it's more potent as a retake weapon, informational weapon, and allows him to cause damage, obviously, because it's like you're playing 6v5, basically, right? So, yeah, Phoenix, really great with the way that he plays, with the way that his utility works around. Again, like we said, self-sufficient at most times, but team play comes into play when you know how to work it around, you know, your composition, which I think Bondef has a good chance of doing. We've seen him do it before. RGE have been a pretty great team. They've shown that they can compete in the highest level. And if they beat TR right now, that's exactly what's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting to see how exactly it's all going to come down, Gracious, because the thing about this entire lineup is this double initiator setup on the other side, where you got a Sky and a Sova, is what I'm a little worried about, because they don't really have firepower as much, right? It's that you really have utility that sets up your teammates, and there's only one person you can set up, and that's Paradox. One Tap God has been rescinded to the Sky role, and we're gonna have to just wait and see how exactly it turns out. Is he gonna be as good as Bondef? I'm not quite sure. This is a map that I think Reckoning are just all too familiar with, just as much as TR. And yeah, I'm gonna be. I don't know who I'm rooting for. I know that Reckoning have a better chance of winning it, but if they take the early lead in the first half, I think it's all done and dusted for them, and they're gonna take this 2-0.
Yeah, that's for sure. Especially when you consider how strong Reckoning are on this map and how their storyline has progressed throughout the entire phases in this entire tournament as well. In the group stages, they have a really strong win rate on the map sent, but for Rippers, it's much more lackluster for them. They have a lot more close calls. They had to fight for their matches. Sometimes it was 15-13, 13-12. It's like they needed to work hard for it. They were just not able to find a lot of those different engagements that they really wanted to. When it gets inside Reckoning, it's just going to get even more difficult. So let's head on over into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and see exactly what the teams are going to be cooking up for us here to see what exactly is happening. With the shots already being taken, it's going to be Bondep getting the first initial kill down on the Paradox, and you can already see things are breaking apart for the side of True Rippers. One tap God gets sacked down to 20 HP. He needs to make a run for it, and the A side, yeah, it's looking right for the pick side of Archie.
Yep, one tap God gets tagged down as well, 20 HP, so many bullets, but they chose to do otherwise. Look at this beautiful split. They showed that they're going A short, they went towards B, and they've got the entire site for themselves. The rotation's being cut off as well. Twist goes for the kill, but he's not going to get it. Bondef, though, he gets one. Panzer adds onto that, and Crosshair going to try and stop Bondef in his tracks, but he won't be able to stop Twist. Takes him down, and the pistol round early on comes to the favor of Reckoning yet again, like how it did in the previous map. And I mean, the thing about that round is it was so beautiful played. They peaked high mid, they showed they were going A short, they put down a star, they put on the Sova Owl drone just to give out that little bit of enigma. It made one tap God rotate. It made the teammates of one tap God rotate coming all the way from B, and the B site was completely open, up for business. Grabs it on Reckoning, and they say thank you very much, True Rippers. We will take it any time of the day. And now they've got weapons that will allow them to easily get this round. Reckoning, Paradox has been spotted out. Playing around with the turret is also going to get spotted out by the Owl drone any second now if he's not too careful. Still top in this corner. Mid push is coming in. Relic spots it out. Puts down the door over here, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Trist around the corner. Here's all of this. JN takes down Paradox towards A short, and Reckoning are tearing apart True Rippers piece by piece here. Relic, oh, that's gonna hurt, my friend. But one tap God, oh, he's gonna tap him with a shotgun, but it doesn't even matter because Reckoning have made B side their home, and there's nothing that True Rippers can do that can allow them to take it back.
Yeah, this is just gonna be another kill, possibly for the side of one tap God. He has a flash in hand, but he doesn't even allow the one tap God to fully pop that flash there. Has his arms wide open, and Trist is gonna be the one to go in for that hug. And the hug Sky, that's not something that you always want to do, but hey, Trist, he wants it. He's gonna get it. 0-2 on the scorecards for the side of Reckoning here, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, that's gonna be 2 rounds for them. A very comfortable start, but they cannot get too comfortable though, because remember what happened on the map of Haven. The side of True Rippers, they were able to get their first buy round, and if they're able to do it here once again, they're gonna be in a pretty good spot. But Universe, I don't really know. It feels like on the home map of Reckoning, it's gonna be a lot more difficult to take this win away from their bonus.
Yeah, that is true. And now that the first buy round has come in for True Rippers, here comes the first lockdown from Trist. He's got enough kills to get it down and going, and now the B side is gonna be easily attainable for them. Unless Paradox has something to say about it. The smokes come in, they dash in, and that lockdown is going to allow them to gain a lot of map control. They take the side. The plan should be going down for Reckoning in this bonus round, as we see a 5v5 retake come in any second now, Aggressive.
Yeah, their positions are just going to be good with the plan going on down. They have really beautiful post plans as well. One person is going in for a massive wraparound flank on their own. There is nothing to watch, and the camera is just going to get taken out as well. They know for a fact that one person's in the back. They need to worry about that as well, so the execution can be as clean as they want it. Looking around the corner, it's going to be one player. He was going to be the one to take down one. Bond's going to be able to take down Crosshair one by one. The bodies are just piling up like flies here. They're not able to get these kills. This is going to be hurting them a lot. Driss has such a good position by himself as well. He's going to be able to take down Paradox. There's nothing that they can do. Bond gets one more. Jane for the back. It's going to be able to slap Master in the back to take him out like a beautiful assassin that is. And with that, it's saying Universe previously that yeah, it's gonna happen, especially on the home map of Reckoning. Yeah, that lockdown was super crucial, but at the same time, the post plants were just as immaculate.
Yeah, they put it down at the perfect time. The smokes came out at the right time. They knew that True Rippers would not be letting their foot off the pedal until the very last second and that lockdown would be going on. So they did a good job, Reckoning, and they put up 3 on the board. Bonus in their favor. Weapons upgraded. And True Rippers yet again on the back lines. And just like that, Master gonna get spammed down upon Relic. actually found a very cheeky camera angle.
Placing swarm.
Finally gonna be taken down as RGE look to aggress towards A short, and the rest of the True Ripper boys have made up camp, set up camp on the mid position. Trish is gonna be taking out one of them. Camp not working out too good. Panther takes down one tap god as he just walks out into his crosshair. And Reckoning,
Oh,
they're
Paradox,
gonna have
baby.
one
One.
casualty. One casualty. With that beautiful singing of the Marshall,
player standing.
Paradox might just find another kill. But I don't think Trish is gonna allow his teammates to get anything. Paradox gets another. 3v1. Paradox
El
in
Diablo.
the driving seat. Not gonna happen though. Bondef is gonna take care of him. And it's gonna be the fourth for Reckoning.
No charges
Honestly,
left.
felt as though like Paradox would have been the El Diablo for the side of True Rippers, but it just
El
didn't work out.
Diablo.
You know El Diablo, right? NBA, Gayster.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted him to be that El Diablo to pull off an incredible martial clutch, just popping heads constantly and pulling off something incredible, but right at the very end, he was just not able to find it. And it feels like Bondef, his consistency is so scary, dude. Like, how can a man be this consistent? Bondef just pops around the corner and is able to bump Paradox in the head. He doesn't worry about anything. He's gonna bump another person in the head. Wait, he flashed himself! Oh no! Paradox!
Oh my,
What the fuck?
okay, I just witnessed mass murder, ladies and gentlemen.
You have ascended. You have ascended, universe.
What the hell just happened? What is everybody doing? This is a game of professional Valorant, not your, I don't know,
Run-of-the-mill rank team.
hidden tag, whatever you want to call it. 3v2, True Rippers. They've got Relic and Master alive, but I don't think it's good enough to get them to round. Trist goes up on top of Heaven to try and find some avenue to kill out Relic, but he's not gonna get anything except for an alarm bot ringing in his face. That Recon not gonna do anything but give away his position, but Master actually gets a kill. He's going in for the
One
tap.
enemy remaining.
There's no time left though, but Relic actually gets his kill, and the time has gone too far beyond for them to save this round as Reckoning throw up 5.
And the two guns that they have already stopped.
Dude, what the hell? I don't know.
Do you know what it feels like?
No,
Do you know what
no,
it
no.
feels like? Reckoning have taken a leaf out of Gambit's book. They've literally taken a leaf out of Gambit's book. They literally threw strategy out of the window. They're like, boys, we got the better
Good
aim.
Lord.
We got a curveball in our hand. Let's just Thanos snap them out of existence. He's just throwing curveballs. He's throwing running backs. He doesn't care, man. He's just gonna go in for it. But hey, if the Gambit strategy works for them, then why not? Sure.
Oh my lord. Absolutely crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. Reckoning. It was complete and utter chaos. Sheesh. Alright, now the Reckoning have taken a little bit of a slower approach. You can see it. Spike is very back on, but look at Paradox. He's coming up. He might just find the head, and he will. Panzer and Yuven, both of them are gonna go down, and he's gonna pick up a weapon. And if he turns around the corner, he might even find the Spike. Bondef, along with Trist, is right over here. He might just find a kill. Paradox down to 11 HP, and he knows better than to pick it again. Gets a weapon for his teammate, but the opponents pick up the Spike, and they're gonna run away. Now we're gonna see a little bit of a look at this. Look at this. Wow. Wow, okay. Alright. I'm impressed. Reckoning have given away this round by playing it out slow, and I think they know what to do now. They need to play aggressive. They need to play fast. They need to play in the faces of True Rippers, because
30
that's
seconds
exactly
left.
what True Rippers cannot handle. Because, well, raw firepower clearly here trumps anything that True Rippers do.
Cage triggered.
All that they need to work with, but with 17 seconds left on the clock, they need to go in for the engagement now. Gonna get sacked in the forehead. He's not gonna be able to survive for long, but Tristan,
10
maybe
seconds
he
left.
should be the difference maker here. Shots are gonna be taken as well. Beautiful flash is one, and it's gonna be all that Crosser needs to take down the two
Gun
players.
here.
Both Bondef and Trist need to take a back seat because Crosser is in the vicinity, and he's gonna be the one to pop a couple of heads himself. 1 and 5 on the scorecards, and the first round that they needed to break themselves on towards the scoreboard here, ladies and gentlemen. A really good round for them, but at the same time, this needs to be one round for many more to come. Because if they don't get a proper strategy for themselves going here, things could just start breaking on down. Because now that the side of Reckoning playing the side of True Rippers won't work, they're gonna pick up that pace. They're not gonna let the side of True Rippers beat for even a second.
Oh my lord.
You should run.
Now here comes a lockdown yet again from Trist. And this time he's trying to get the kill. He might just find it. But Crosshair is trying to help out his teammate. And so is Relic. Paradox survives with the skin of his teeth.
Oh, this is an ace that execute.
Oh, it is an ace that execute. That was a fake. And you get the rotate coming in. All of them running in towards that heaven position from True Rippers. And they're trying to find some avenues to get this closed down. But Panzer shuts down one tap god. He gets another. And JN has also made his way onto the side under heaven. Master, as good as he is finding one, he's gonna have Relic find another. That recon, JN didn't expect it. And now Reckoning are in a tough position. 2v3. True Rippers with the lead of men. Make that another one. 3v1. Make that 3v0. No plan. Nothing for Reckoning. As True Rippers put up another on the board, and they're getting back into this aggressive.
I honestly thought that you were gonna say another one, and at that time I was like, Universe, it's time to end you right then and there if you try to break back that lead. But at least you didn't go there that far, so it's completely fine. 2-5 for the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, you have to say that True Rippers, they're finally able to understand what Reckoning are trying to employ on their own attacking side. But the thing is, Universe, Reckoning, they're not known for their attacking side on Ascend. They're known for their defense, and as soon as that defensive side comes on down through, things are just gonna get even more harder, but they need to try and get as many advantages as possible. Quantum's gonna be the one to take down Masters. Beautiful curveball plays coming on down from his side, and Paradox, man. Get a simple collateral, just add a little bit of spice on top of that dish, add a little bit of salt, add a little bit of pepper, and now add a Hound as well to the mix of it all. They know exactly where the last two players are. They have nothing to worry about. They're both on mid. Bondev has a Vandal and Handle, but that Vandal's not going to be doing him any justice against an operator of Paradox's caliber. Paradox with his 4K to finish everything off here. 3 and 5 on the scorecards, and another round on the board for the side of True Rippers.
Ooh, True Rippers are surely putting in their foot on the ground now. They want to show Reckoning that they are not going to be running away with this one. It's going to be a tough fight on their home map. And they've put up 3 as a result of that back-to-back. And here comes the timeout. As expected, I was expecting it to come out in probably next couple of rounds. Maybe when, you know, it's going to be another more closing lineup. Maybe the 10th or 12th round is going to be played. But True Rippers, they're forced the hand of Reckoning to try and think about their strategies. And they're going to be doing just that. The buy is going to come in for them as well. So they're going to have money. Money is not of the issue. The issue is that True Rippers have too much money right now. As you can look at it, everybody's above 5,000 creds. Even Master is just 100 creds off the mark. But they've done a pretty good job putting up 3 rounds and putting up economy and keeping their players alive. That is exactly what they need to continue doing. But Reckoning are trying to put a stop to their momentum with this timeout. And now they've got one ultimate, and one ultimate only. It's that Cosmic Divide. They can even try to get the, I think, the ultimate of Bond F if he picks up an orb. Even Juven can potentially go for it if he wants the Hunter's Fury by picking up an orb. Or both of them could if they go towards B and A, but it looks like it's going to be A. Fast, hard, and completely unedited. Here we go. Paradox is waiting around the corner. Goes in for it. The flash comes out. Here comes the drone from the opponent side. Paradox has been tagged down. He's been concussed as well. They're running in. It's a battle of the ages on this A main position. Twist and One Tap God find kills each. It's 4v4. JN dashes in. There's one player on the side, and he's gonna take him down. Twist finds another. Paradox is gonna miss the shots. And through that unpenetrable box, there's gonna be no bullets going through. Crosshair finds another dome, and here comes the Cosmic Divide. 2v3. It's still True Rippers with the advantage over here, aggressive, as a retake comes in.
That shot dart nearly hit one. Paradox is gonna be able to take down Panzer. Now it's all up to Juven. Juven versus the entire world. Relic puts up a camera to try and paint a picture of him. He's gonna be able to find it. And it is gonna be Paradox to close everything off. 3 and 5 on the scorecards, and slowly but surely the side of Reckoning, they're slipping away. They're not able to find anything here. And things are just gonna get even more difficult moving on down along the line here. 3 to 5. It was a 0 and 5 here initially, Universe, and now it's a 4 to 5. Reckoning, they need to think of something because their old strategies of trying to go in for fast rushes is just not working because they're not able to circumvent the operator player known as Paradox. That operator is pretty much the bane for every single one of the players of the side of Reckoning now. They need to find a way to either avoid him as much as possible or try to brute force him with the help of Bondef and his runner back and his flashes.
Yeah, Paradox looking in the right direction where Juven's waiting to come and peek out. Oh, he spots him, I feel. Right time shot. He comes out through across the smoke. Yeah, it's gonna make him go back. These smokes are not gonna let True Rippers get anything, but RGE have got a little bit of map control. They've got weapons as well, so not a worry in this round. But the thing about it is they're forced into it. If they lose this, probably gonna lose pretty much their economy. In the last couple of rounds. Oh my god. Oh, he's been spotted at Paradox. He's still going for the peak. He's got Bond F on the other side, and here comes a deep smoke. And he knows that he needs to immediately rotate. Goes away. Reckoning. Show us what you have in mind. They look like they want to hit B. The spike is still pretty much near attacking side spawn. And it's 40 seconds left. Not quite sure what Reckoning are thinking right now over here, Aggressive, but they're taking information every part of the map, but they're not exactly showing where they want to go. And with 30 seconds left, it looks like it just has to be B. As Bondef and Trist are going to be banking on this ultimate, which Bondef is going to be putting down. Runs in, positions given away, and now it's all up to Bondef. Gets one, the second as well, and he's done his job.
Bondef, man, this guy is the one that you want on all of the avenues. Triss is gonna be good for one up towards the side of Paradox as well, and this slow push has worked out so beautifully then. And honestly, these slow pushes never worked out at all. The fact that it worked out this beautifully just goes to show the proficiency of the team in general. With that, it's just all about cleanup duty. Poor old One Tap God doesn't know what's gonna hit him, but he dodges it out. He's gonna be able to get one kill at the bare minimum. Takes out Bondef, and One Tap God. Now all up to him. 2 versus 1 situation. He's gonna get swatted out. 1 on his left, 1 on his right. It's gonna be Tristan. Finish everything off here. Take him out. 4 and 6 on the scorecards. And finally, the momentum streak has been broken from the side of True Rippers. And I do believe that Reckoning now, they can take a deep breath. They can have that sigh of relief that they were waiting for. Because once the momentum of True Rippers have been broken, it takes them a while to get that momentum.
You are right. That is entirely true, and we've got True Rippers now with their momentum broken, and Bondef was the one who broke it down. Perfect timing, perfect placement of crosshair, just overall perfect play. As Reckoning put up 6, and they've secured the half in their favor, or at least for level terms. And there's another ultimate. How many times is this guy gonna get his ultimate, huh? How many times?
He's just that good on the kill drive, man. He knows how to farm the ult points, he knows how to get kills. Like, he has nothing to worry about. He's just getting them like it's nobody's business. And now, Paradox missed out on his first shot. He needed to get at the bare minimum 1 kill, and the Seekers were just used a little bit too early. If they used the Seekers later, they could have used it for that entry, but that's gonna hurt them. One Tap God, he has no utility to work with. He needs to wait for both of his flashes before they can even go in for this fight. 5 versus 5 retake situation on the cards here, Universe, and anything could happen. They're throwing everything down to try and find something, and Paradox straight to the box is gonna be the one to take out Jane. But over aggressive peaks, it's gonna be hitting him. Bottom's gonna be good for 2. He's looking for 1 more. Relic doesn't know where to turn. He gets taken out by 1, but Relic's gonna be good for another one for himself as well. Flashes are gonna be good. Bottom's gonna be able to take out another. And Masters, what do you do here? Bondef's just too goddamn good on that Phoenix. Am I looking at Bondef or am I looking at Sick here? We don't even know it.
I have to agree. Sick has shown what the Phoenix can do, and Bondef is replicating that, and he's been so good. He is leading the charge, I believe, for his team. No, it's actually true. Oh yeah, that's Trist and Bondef. That's why he's got so many ultimates coming in. But Paradox isn't too far behind either. 15, 14, 13. The rest of them are lagging, and Juven not having a great game, is he?
Hawk out.
It's just going to get even more difficult moving on down the line here. Shots are going to be taken, but the positions are just going to be as good. And Bondev, he still has a running back to work with. Didn't he just... Wait, didn't he just use his running back?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, sure. Oh my god, Paradox! What? Paradox! Oh god. Oh!
Okay, he survives.
We thought that was gonna be pretty.
JN.
But JN, he's not gonna be letting anyone survive!
Oh, JN!
Come on, one more! Do it to him! Oh, he's not gonna be able to get it.
4v2, last round, 8-4 half, looking like in the books, Leon, ladies and gentlemen. Crosshair, no matter how many players you spot out, it's not gonna be enough, I feel. And neither is your Hunter's Fury, my friend. Nobody tagged down, nobody found. And it's gonna be Master to try and flash out a couple of players and get the kills, but it doesn't even matter. Blind or not, Bondev is just too good right now. And so is Reckoning. And they're gonna have a very comfortable lead of 8-4. And I don't see them winning this one out over here, Aggressive, because I know we said this, that, you know, True Rippers could make a difference in Ascent, but it was on the back of them having a good first half. But they're not having a good first half. And even though Juven has been having probably one of the worst games, his team is still on top of it. He's giving value to his team with the recons, with the shock darts, tipping damage, and the owl drone. So he's doing his job, and Reckoning are capitalizing upon it. 8-4 half.
I don't think that Juven's having a pretty bad game, dude. He's just not able to see any of the players. They're all dead before he can even see them, man.
True, that is true. And right now, it's an aggressive push towards B. And both the duelists are looking to get it done and dusted. Paradox coming towards mid is going to eat up a little bit of flames. And somebody's going to burn up in it. It's going to be Master to take out Bondev, though.
All up to Juven.
Finally, somebody goes down. Juven goes down yet again. And somehow, True Rippers have turned this round on their backs. How did that happen?
They had two different avenues to work with, one on towards the side of mid and one on towards the side of B main. The aggressive push from the B main angle just made sure that the side of True Rippers knew no one was on mid. We can just push mid and kill the player holding market. And that's exactly what they did. They swung around, they got the first initial kill on the players running on back from the side of B main, allowing them to have this avenue for themselves, leaving pretty much the entire side open. They can just rush on in, take it for themselves, win out on the trades, and they have nothing else to worry about. And in this situation, Panzer, yeah, he got one kill on the player holding mid, but now with just a frenzy in hand, it's just going to get even more difficult. Time is ticking on away. No one's going to be peeking him, not just yet. Panzer needs to be the first one to jump on down. And Panzer's just not going to be able to find any of that. 5 and 8 on the scorecards, hitting on down over onto the next round as well. And a very good start from the side of True Rippers to bring in a possible comeback here. Possibly take it down over to an 8 and 6. Play that bonus properly, and then finally head it down over a 7 and 8, where you guys can take a deep breath and understand how to play a lot of these different avenues. But the thing is, Reckoning, they're notorious for losing out on the first initial piss round for their own defensive side. That's just gonna happen. But as soon as it comes down to their buy rounds, they're a completely different beast in time.
Yeah, that is true. 8-5 now. Reckoning have given one round away, but it doesn't matter. Bondev going in for this aggressive push, and he gets sprayed down by a number of blinded people. But Jayan's already in the backstab, and he's gonna have a chipwire in his way. Can he go above it? Nope. Can he go around it? Nope. He's just gonna have to go through it. But while he goes through it, he's got a lot of players who only made their way to the side, and he did go one. I don't know if that's
dangerous.
Not for too long.
I kind of feel bad for what Tep got in that situation. He got classic right click from a long distance, and
yeah,
I guess it's fine. Nice shot coming on down through from the side of Cheyenne. But 6 and 8 on the scorecards now, with the buy round on the cards as well for Reckoning. What can we expect here? Will Reckoning be able to put on a hold, or will this be a bonus round win for the side of True Rippers? The thing is, Universe, that they need this round. They need it wholeheartedly, because they want to try and take it down a notch and try to take that 7 and 8 scoreline. But at the same time, if the side of Reckoning get it, they're going to get a 6 and 9 in their favor. And if you have that magic number on your side, they're going to be more than.
Paradox dashes in, gets a kill.
What is that thing?
Goes down immediately. Crosshair finds another, but Panzer under heaven is causing damage. Looking for more. Finds it. Oh my god. No, dude. No.
The magic
I
number
cannot.
calls that.
I am not having this. Why is he allowed to do that?
The magic number calls, man. The magic number calls.
Magic number or not, but Panzer. I mean, I remember. Isn't that a cheat code in another game?
Yep. It's a cheat code. He's like a literal tank, man. He doesn't summon a tank if he's the tank himself now, is he?
The weapons cheat code. Clearly, he's a weapon in himself. Oh, sorry, a tank. The tank cheat code. Yeah, he's a tank. Tank, weapon, whatever he wants to be, he can be. Right now, Paradox needs to be something, and that's a hero. JN looking to put him at the stop of it. He knows that he's got the knives online, and he's gonna get spotted out along with his teammate, One Tap God. Waiting for that peek to come in. JN is ogling on that position, but he's gonna choose to go towards mid just to see if anybody else is coming in, trying to try something cheeky. Oh my god, True Rippers. They're putting themselves in a very difficult position of...
That was close, dude.
Yeah, that was really close. This is a really
JN.
tough position.
Get this?
Right now, ooh, JN misses it yet again. And now Paradox has an avenue. He runs in towards B. And look at this, JN. No, JN. That's not how you do it. No, they're falling apart. True Rippers have worked this out so very well on the back of JN missing 2 shots, and that's all they needed.
One mistake is all that they need to bring everything back in their favor. Masters is going to be able to take down Gauntlet as well, and the entirety of Reckoning. They're falling apart. The operator has been taken down at the bare minimum, so that's the good part. Will Panzer be able to pull off another clutch here? Will he be able to pull off another 3K? What an ace at this point! He gets tagged down to 10 HP. This is going to be too much to ask for even a player like Panzer. He just needs to run it away, save that gun for another rainy day here. 6 and 9, sadly, the magic number is not going to be there. Heading on down over onto a 7 and 9 scoreline, with Relic being the one to dish out the pain. And with that, the tank has been killed by a couple of good shots from the side of True Rippers, but the damage has also been done here. True Rippers, they're in a very good spot. They have the money in their bank. They have done a severe amount of economic damage for the side of Reckoning. They're being forced onto an eco with only Trist buying a judge to possibly hold on down for any sort of an aggressive push that will be coming on down from the side of True Rippers.
All right, it's getting a little bit more dicey over here, and I want to just throw in a little bit of a, a storyline that I think is going to follow. Reckoning are going to find a lot of damage in this round, economical-wise, but not too much. And if they do, then they're going to have no problem going into the next round. But if they don't find it, then it's going to be probably True Rippers to try and probably take this all the way down. And I'm not quite sure they can. Relic, he spotted out one. He does not know there's another one close by, so he's not going to try and challenge that. But the A side is being contested constantly, and now they're running back from it. But look at the players of Reckoning. They're running back from B. They've left only one player on the side, and that's Trist.
I've got your trail.
And here comes the Seekers.
Ooh.
That's going to give them a lot more room to play with. Look at that. They're running towards B.
Oh, Juven, come on.
Okay.
He's making it happen. But Trist, they don't know that he has a judge. His judge gets just paid for so much here. One Tap God, he wants to go in for a play. He gets taken out as well. Cheyenne, he also has his own blade storm. This is a 5 versus 3 situation. The retake is beautifully on the cards. Juven's not going to be looking at the right angle. He gets taken out from the backside. Panzer's going to be good for one. One's on the top end, one's at the very bottom. They need to go in for this quickly. Otherwise, it's going to hurt them a lot. The time is not on their side here. But they need to wait. They just need to hold on for just a little while longer before trying to go in for that push. They're trying to see what they can find. The ultimates are now being popped. Crosser's going to be good for one kill, but they're already going to be done and dusted. One's on the back of Boathouse. Play it together. Jumping together now, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. They're not going for it. Oh no, they know where Crosser is. What is happening? Oh god, this is going to end badly. They don't know where it's going to be popping out from, but still the judge is going to be good for the kill. Oh my god, my heart couldn't handle this for a second there, Universe. I thought that they were going to jump in together like the musical performance that I was watching yesterday, but it's fine. Reckoning, it's not like I need to call an ambulance or anything. It's completely fine and dandy.
Oh my god, that went down to the wire, didn't it? It was so close for comfort. But Reckoning come out on top, even though it was coming down to a 1v1. The trade came in at the right time and just about enough. I think if he had come out from the other side, Twist wouldn't have been able to get that kill because of the range of the judge. I think, you know, if Crosshair would have come out from the other side, I think he would have won that round for True Rippers. But hey, I guess we'll never know. Just like Kanye said it.
Here.
They always have to go in for that reference, man. But at the same time, JN, he's gonna be his own John Wick, going on down through with that operator, being able to take down the smoker. And now without Master on that smoke, how do you want to go in for an execution? I personally feel like the side of True Rippers, they hit a brick wall, and that brick wall's name is Reckoning.
Placing sentry.
Oh my god, Reckoning, they've already got an advantage and they're gonna go in for more as they know that this A short position is being contested. We've already got Trist over here, we got Bondef on Heaven, we got Panzer under Heaven, and as usual, the tank is gonna take down one. Bondef to help him out. Paradox is gonna take down 1 and 1. That is a 6v5 come down to a 5v5 now, which came down 3v1 now. As Paradox, as much as he wants to do, he's got 3 players. Okay.
Oh no!
Okay. Paradox.
4 bullets and a dream. He's doing it. He could just get it, man. Paradox is in such a good spot. 16 seconds left on the clock. He doesn't need to be over aggressive. Oh my god, Paradox, he just did not do that again. He nearly pulled off another clutch and pulled off another ace almost. Paradox, he's playing out of his mind, but it's just not working out, man. That was a heart attack of a round. I kept on saying, play it slow, Reckoning. Play it slow. It's Paradox. You don't want to push him 1v1. That guy is cracked out of his mind. And JN's going to be able to get that clutch, and Paradox's nerves were acting up way too much to pull off a proper disciplined play right there. 7-11 on the scorecards. Reckoning. They're one more round off match point here, Universe. They're getting there. Slowly but surely. But it's getting closer and closer by the second.
It's getting closer, Aggressive. Now, Reckoning have put the side of True Rippers in a really tough spot. They lose this round, which is an eco, which it looks like they might lose unless Paradox has something to say about it. No, he won't.
No.
Bondef. That jump was a little too wide for his liking, and he's gonna get punished for it. Relic, he hears that drone coming in, and he's gonna go away all the way. Mid being contested, Master takes down Bondef. A glimmer of hope, he says. We can take on this, guys. Come towards mid with me. Picks up the weapon, but the door has been dropped down, and now they know where they are. 2v2, completely split apart. They can take mid if they want to, but they're gonna be going towards A. A short. Coming in by True Rippers. A long coming in. But JN misses. Wait, what? How did he miss that?
That's
I want to see that again in the replay later, but I don't know how the hell he missed that. I saw it hit his head. It hit his face. But True Rippers have somehow got the jump on Reckoning. And now Relic in the perfect position to deny this lockdown any second of time he wants. But Trist, he's expecting it. He knows somebody might be here. And the second Relic walks in front. He's gonna go and get the kill. Yes, he will. But he will get detained. And that's gonna be 2 players detained. Oh boy. Juin, this is your time. This is your position, my friend. He needs to move in. But Master's back online.
Yeah, there's nothing that he can do. Juven's gonna be able to take down one thing. But at the bare minimum, he can maybe take out the players who are trying to go in for a possible equal here. That's the only thing that he can do. They can't run away, possibly. One player does die, and so does the second. Foster's not going to be able to survive. He's not going to be able to save out on that operator here, ladies and gentlemen. In a way, yeah, they still do have enough money to go in for buys, but hey, small victories are what matters here, especially on losing rounds. Because now, side of Reckoning can go in for a proper eco round of their own and not have to worry a lot about the money coming on down through from the side of True Rippers and that building up. They need to go in for full buys, and if the side of Reckoning are able to do substantial amounts of economic damage here, the following round that they're gonna have should be the thing that they need to force themselves onto match point. Just take out 3 players, and I will personally say that Reckoning, they're gonna win everything else. Oh no, oh no, oh no! You want to say anything, Universe?
Enemy down.
I think Universe is speechless. Yeah, Universe is speechless. He doesn't know what to say anymore. A lot of things happened there that the brain power, that even my brain cannot process here, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, Universe being speechless is not really surprising, but at the same time, what is happening? What just happened?
I have no idea, but I do know that True Rippers came out on top of things. Oh, but Tricks goes for 2. He has his opponents blinded, going for more, but it's not gonna happen. One tap God takes him down. No more judge play, he says, and the 4th for him of the round. And it's gonna be True Rippers to get 9th on the board as we are edging closer and closer to a map where True Rippers could honestly, potentially find a win and take us to that map number 3. But the thing about that is, ladies and gentlemen, that now RZE have a bye, and I'm not quite sure if True Rippers can handle it. They should be able to, but if they lose this round, the economy is gonna be in shackles, and I think that's probably gonna be the end of it.
Let's talk about the side of Triss, man. On a Killjoy being on 21 kills, he's the only one who is trying to keep it even Stevens with Paradox being an absolute beast that he is, but at the same time, Reckoning, they're walking into their own death trap. And Triss just casually takes out Paradox straight to the small case, nothing to worry about, just going for a couple of kills here and there, finish off one more. But at the same time, the main thing that the side of True Rippers have on their side is the 2 initiators with them having their ultimate still available. The Seekers is there, the Hunter Sphere is also present. They can combo it beautifully for a couple of kills if they're able to play it down properly, but I don't like this. True Rippers, you do not want to go here, especially with the Killjoy watching this angle. None of the nanoforms have been popped. The positions are going to be held down strongly as well. Yes, the Recon Bolt and a couple of shock darts could just be the thing that you need to force everything back in your favor, but the rotations are just going to be as strong. This double intel-based composition holding here could just be all that they need. Shock darts are going to be coming, dealing so much damage here. There's going to be 1 kill on the Juven. The Juven's going to be able to get a 2nd before the tree finally comes on down through. And look at the Sova. The Sova's at 1 HP. He has nothing to worry about. Masters is going to be good for 1 kill. They're looking for a couple of more to work with. That Hunter Spear is going to be able to find so much value at the bare minimum. The Paranoia is not going to be able to find anything here. The push is going to be 2 versus
Oh boy.
2 versus 1 situation. It's all up to Masters. He's not going to be able to find it. This is the 12th round. He shouldn't be able to do it. Thank God he wasn't able to. If he was able to do it, I would have probably had to walk away from this desk and never come back to it.
I think that True Rippers would have wanted him to do it. They would have hoped for him, but he was just too low in HP. He was too low in getting anything done, and no bullets even. And yeah, unfortunately, he did go for an aggressive push, Master, and he got a kill. And that was good, but there was nothing he could do against the 2 people who were coming onto him. No HP, no bullets, no round. It's gonna be True Rippers to force this issue out here, aggressive. And I think I just have to call it as it is. I think it's all done and dusted. A Guardian, 2 Spectres, and 2 rifles. I don't really see this happening. Do you?
I know, man. Especially when you consider the disciplined play from the side of True Rippers. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not in this state. They need to play for picks here, but I don't think that the side of Reckoning, knowing them, they're not going to be even giving that. The Seekers are going to be used to get a little bit of information, to get a little bit of value. Bond F knows he cannot overswing this. But Paradox straight through the smokes is going to be good for 1 kill at the bare minimum. Jane was holding a very good position on his own accord. Paradox is going to be able to upgrade himself into a better gun. He's trying to take the heaven angle for himself, but he's just not going to be able to find it around the corner. Come on, going for those kills. Panther's going to be good for 1. He doesn't know that 1 person's off the wall, though. But Paradox is going to be good for another one. He's going to be able to do it. Relic and Paradox, the dynamic duo to take everyone out here. And it's all up to Juven once again. This guy can pull off a lot of clutches. This guy has pulled off a lot of defensive holes. But yeah, with only a Guardian in his hand, I don't think that's going to happen. Swaps back to that battle. 10 bullets and a 3 for Relic. Paradox is getting all of the contacts. He's going to be able to get the first initial dink as well. And Juven's not going to be cleaning that corner. Relic instead is going to be the one to take everything away. And with that, they pulled off an almost impossible force fire round to keep their hopes and dreams alive here in this tournament and not be sent down on towards the lower brackets here, Universe. They're able to do it, but for how long?
Not too sure, my friend. I am sure of is that if the side of RTE do not, you know, have a little bit of economical damage inflicted onto the side of Reckoning, on the side of True Rippers this round, it's gonna cause them a lot of trouble. They're going in for it towards B. Whereas Reckoning, they have a stack towards B, so they've read this perfectly.
Down.
Not quite sure how much it's gonna work out though. Paradox, yet again, leading the charge. Bondef is not being spotted yet. He could be a cause of menace. Yeah, it could be another Thrifty. Could be another cause of menace. Look at this. Oh no, he goes for it, but he does not get any kills. But it's gonna be Yuven and JN to find some. As there's a trade coming in back and forth, but it's still the side of True Rippers to come out on top of things. They've got the 11th in the bag, and now we're looking towards overtime, potentially at least, ladies and gentlemen, because Panzer, in the wildest dreams that he would have, I don't think a 1v3 with a classic is near possible.
That's not gonna happen. Panzer, he needs to cut his losses, maybe deal a little bit more eco damage. Panzer gets spotted out. One person's on his left, one person's on his right. Where does he go? Where does he hide? Where does he run? He picks himself up one gun, but that's all that he's gonna get here. They know exactly where he is. They have nothing to worry about. 3 versus 1 situation on the map. Maybe one tap gets taken out, but that's all that he's gonna get. He's not gonna get any more than that. It's only Masters instead, getting third kill for himself. And with that, it's an 11 and 12 on the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, it's already done and dusted. Reckoning. They need to win here. There's no other way they're going to be able to close everything out. Because if this goes on to overtime here, Universe, I personally do believe that True Rippers, they're going to take it over.
Yeah. Overtime looks like a possibility more so than it ever did. A very scrappy buy coming in from the side of RGE in terms of armor, but they have an operator, so JN could be a cause of damage. Right now, Bondef, he's eating up that flash. He's giving out damage, but he's pushing up too much. He still gets it though. Bondef has done what he needed to, and that's all that his team wanted. A man advantage given up from the side of True Rippers, and it's gonna be JN to probably multiply that. He's looking in the right direction. He does not know that Paradox has creeped up on the other side. Boy, this is getting a little nerve-wracking at this point. Slow and steady is the name of the game. They're looking to peek out together, I feel. They should be, but JN has the dash available. So the second he dives right in, he might be able to go back for that dash. Look at the amount of patience for both of these teams, dude. It's the last run. Oh, wait. Relic actually gets the kill onto Bondef, and he's gone towards the defender side spawn, and things are going completely awry here. JN is not connecting his shots. Finally he will, and he's immediately taken out by one tap god. The defender killjoy comes in, Panther takes out another, and it looks like the side of True Rippers are losing it. Paradox is gonna take out one, but he gets taken out, and now it's all left to Relic. 1v2, no time left, and I think it's all done and dusted over
10
here.
seconds left.
He's
Yeah,
got
he needs to
nothing
just hold
more.
it, Panzer. Play it slow. Panzer, play it slow. It's already done. It's over. Relic, you can't do anything, my man. You're gonna get taken out. It's already done, over and done, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. The way that they were able to take it all away, the way that they were able to bring it all back onto their side. I got a massive scare for just a second there, but it's fine. Reckoning, they got it all. They have it all done and dusted. They don't have anything to worry about because you know for a fact, if it went all over onto overtime, True Rippers, they have the momentum on their side. They were going to be the ones to win everything out here, but them being able to stop the overtime from happening with their own disciplined play, it was a little bit of a scare though. JN missing out on so many shots with the operator. I personally thought as soon as he went in for that reswing, he would have just gotten one tap, but at the bare minimum, he got that trade-off. He got one kill before he did get traded. Panzer was in a very beautiful position as well. Got another one for himself. Shut everything down, brought everything back in their favor. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Side of Reckoning, they're going to be able to take it on to a 2-0. Beautifully done from their side. And I do believe the match highlights are going to be ready here, ladies and gentlemen, soon enough. But as that is going to get prepared and readied up here, Universe, I want your thoughts. Do you think that the Phoenix was one of the primary reasons why they were able to win it? And are we going to be seeing a possible Phoenix meta? Or is it just the fact that the double initiator composition was just not used as proficiently by the side of True Rippers as you would have hoped for?
I think that Phoenix as a duelist is probably more potent in terms of how Bondef was using it, because
Yep.
we saw that Bondef was being self-sufficient, like we said. His ultimate always wielded either information or kills. Most of the time, it was kills, mind you. He at least got one, if not two, and he did a great job at that. And he was supported by Trist, the Killjoy, whether it was attacking or defending. That guy was on top of the chart. He was doing a great job, and it was just beautiful. But the double initiator setup, I feel, from True Rippers, it did help them out. It did. The Sky was potent. The Sova was just as good. But I feel that that firepower that Phoenix provides was missing. Even though they had a Sky and a Sova, the information was played out multiple times. The Hound, the Owl, the flashing birds, and the recon. Everything was great, but it just wasn't good enough for them to prepare themselves for a gunfight. And I think that was resonant of the scoreboard that we saw. Crosshair and One Tap God had their contributions. Okay, they were right there. And you saw that Juven was having a tough time as an initiator himself, and he was the only initiator, by the way. But that just goes to show that, the side of True Rippers, they rely too much on their initiator plays than their individual, burst out kind of play, right? That Bondef was really good at doing. So I'm not going to discredit their lineup. I'm not going to discredit what they picked up, but I think that True Rippers were they
Out of
just
their
faltered
element.
a little bit. Yeah, they just faltered a little bit, and RGE were just a little too good.
Yeah, this felt like True Rippers, they were just not in their element. Paradox, he was trying to make one of those self-sufficient plays himself, just as Mondev was trying to employ. But with Jet, you just can't do that, especially after the nerfs. You don't have that third cloudburst anymore that allows you to smoke out a lot of those multiple different angles previously as you would have been able to. You can't play around the smokes as often as well.
Yeah.
You need to use one of the smokes for entry, and then you need to think about what you're going to use that second smoke for. You can't just throw it around willy-nilly thinking that you have a third one to work with. And in a lot of situations, if Paradox had that third smoke, things would have worked out a lot more differently for the side of True Rippers. And it feels like with the double initiator based composition, it just didn't work out in their positions as they would have expected. So let's head on down over to the map video screen, ladies and gentlemen, to see what the overarching storyline was when it comes down in terms of the score for both of these teams. Map number one, a very dominant victory from the side of Reckoning Esports, being able to take it down to a 13-5 scoreline on the home map of True Rippers, mind you. And on map number two, it was a 13-11 scoreline. So let's head on down over to the series highlights from match number one to see exactly what happened on Haven that went wrong for True Rippers. And in my eyes here, universe, I personally do believe that True Rippers, they fell short on multiple different avenues. They were taking fights that they really shouldn't have been taking. They were going in for 1v1s. One tap God, yes, he was hitting a lot of shots, but at the very end of it all, True Rippers, they didn't do their homework on Reckoning Esports. Not doing our homework on a team as proficient as Reckoning, it's going to end up in a lot of bad avenues. And just look at this. Reckoning, they read into every strategy that True Rippers had. They had the perfect counter for it in every single round.
Yeah, they did. I have to agree with you there. It was really, really interesting the way, and really impressive the way that Reckoning put up their performances. The flanks were coming in at the right time. There were always somebody on the flank, even though they had a Cypher True Rippers. It almost felt like Relic was absent most of the times because, well, most certainly that he just died, right? So the tripwire is completely rendered useless. There's no tripwires to stop any backstabs coming in, just like rounds like these. JN coming on the backstab with an operator shows, the potency of Reckoning Esports to take care of the site when there's two people on it, and the backstab when only there's one person coming back. So I love Reckoning Esports' approach. They were aggressive, they were controlled, they made sure that their foot was on the ground, they were not flying off too much, and they did a great job of trying to show True Rippers that, you know what, this might be your home map, but we're better on it.
Yeah, they just showcase to everyone that, hey, Reckoning, they are forced to be reckoned with when it comes down to this map in general. No pun intended, universe. So just the fact that Reckoning, they were so much more affordable on this map just goes to set the pace and the momentum throughout the entire game. Reckoning being on the 13-5, Bondip getting 22 kills, Universe, 22 on a Sky.
Yeah.
And in the second game, it's a stress showing up, being like, hey, Bondef, I know you got spotlight already. Let me get a little bit of a spotlight for myself. Him being on that Killjoy as well just goes to show its consistency throughout all of the maps of Valorant. Being able to use a Killjoy this well after all of the nerfs that she has received, yeah, it requires a special breed of players to do that.
Most certainly does. Bond F has been pretty much of a great player. And the thing about him having, such a great impact is you can see in not just the kills, but I think his assists are not provided here, but I'm pretty sure he had a lot of them too. With his flashes, with his seekers, with his hound, everything he did was working out for his team. And he just absolutely decimated the side of True Rippers. And now they're going to be going to the lower bracket aggressive, where I don't know who they're going to be facing between Team Exo and Force One, I believe. But the thing about this entire series is that True Rippers, they've shown a couple of weaknesses, which I think have been shown in Haven more so than Ascent. So let's have a look at Ascent and see where they improved actually a little bit more. But it just wasn't as enough, was it? Because in the first half, I believe that they tried different things. Their defensive lines were good, but it was just RGE, the utter sheer of the sheer aggression that they showed, and they went ahead and found so many different openings. Bond F, or it was JN, or whoever it was, everybody found something or the other of use, and they made good use of it. And that's exactly why the first half they were 5-0 up. And they finished off the half 8-4, which still gave them a pretty good, lead to work with. But the second half was much better by True Rippers, I believe. Clearly, just because we saw them almost make a comeback happen.
Yeah, True Rippers on the second half, they had the attacking side in their favor. They were able to do a lot more attacking strats. They had a lot more time to work with as well. But at the same time, I would say that True Rippers, they were playing much more together as a roster on the map of Ascent. It felt like they didn't really know what they were doing previously on the map of Haven. It felt too one-dimensional. They were going in for the same strats over and over again, but here they were a lot more dynamic. They were pushing, they were taking fights systematically as a unit, and they understood what the side of Reckoning were trying to employ. It's all about the adaptability. The better you adapt, the better you're going to be playing. And True Rippers, they adapted beautifully on the map of Sen, but I think they adapted a little bit too little too late. The side of Reckoning, they had all the advantages. They got onto match points so early on that True Rippers, yes, they got a lot of rounds, but at the very end, the rounds that they did lose out on right at the very beginning stages on their own attacking side just caught up to them. And when it came down, on their own defensive side, it just caught up to them. And them not being able to hold down the fort even better when it came down to their own attacking side just added up slowly but surely. And with that, it gave Reckoning the avenues and the chances they needed to take everything away from the side of True Rippers and send them down over to the lower brackets. I have to say that Reckoning, they have performed beautifully, though. No, I'm not going to give any caps when it comes down to Reckoning playing beautifully. Bondef on that Phoenix, getting this much value. I have seen no other Phoenix in this entire tournament do what he does so beautifully, other than him and possibly Among Us.
Yeah. This is a really good performance by both of them. I'm sorry, by both of them, I mean Trist and Bondef with the Killjoy and Cypher, Killjoy and Phoenix pick. Sorry, I'm losing my words a bit, but yeah, I'm just having a really tough time understanding that how True Rippers, after performing so well, we knew that this is gonna be a little bit of a tough match between these two, but it turned out to be a little bit of a landslide in the first map. Reckoning in the second gave away a couple of rounds in the second half, but they still were on top. And somehow I just, it was early on that I told this as well. If Reckoning pick up map number 1, this is going to be a 2-0 for them. But if True Rippers pick up map number 1, this is going to be a 2-1 for either one of them. So it's going to be 2-0, just like I was expecting it to be. And True Rippers, they're going to be now going down to the lower bracket. And Reckoning, they're going to be good to go right ahead in that upper bracket and still have a safety net to fall down upon, which I don't think they'll be needing given their way of playing.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to need much. And after such a beautiful performance from the side of Reckoning, I personally do believe they're the ones who should win everything out here. They honestly have nothing to worry about. The way that they're able to do so much just goes to show how dangerous that play can be. But for the side of Reckoning, it's going to be Trist on the top of the scorecards with 22 kills on a kill rate, 267 ACS, Bondef on a 20, 266, Panzer on 20 as well, 222. And every single one of the players from the side of Reckoning, they performed their hearts out throughout the entire game. Juven, he was just chilling, he was just vibing. He's on a solo. He's not supposed to do much. He's just there to reveal the areas, pull off a couple of 100 Furies, and set up his buddies for the best possible kills that they can get. But from the side of Trippers, Paradox on 27, 326 ACS. This guy burned through pretty much everyone on the entire server, but it was just not enough. His teammates were not able to keep up the pace with him. Yes, they were able to do a lot, but right at the very end, even if you're able to activate yourself, it's just not going to happen because one mistake is all that it takes to take you down a notch and make you lose the entire game. They could have pulled off the impossible. They could have gone in that 12-0 score line, but with the attacker side of Killjoy, with the defender side of Killjoy Ultimate already on the place there, Paradox, he just wanted to swing the corner and he wanted to break it. He got one kill, but he was just not able to close everything out there. Paradox was able to get both of those. It would have worked out. Panzer would have gotten that kill, and maybe, just maybe, Trippers could have gone in the second map, and we have seen that third, the El Clasico, seemingly for the side of the underdogs. Seems like Reckoning this time around, they're going to be the winners, and they're going to be the ones to take it all away. And speaking of who's going to be moving up, let's head on down over to the brackets here, ladies and gentlemen, to see exactly how the teams are going to be moving up and down here, because when you consider the side of Reckoning, they're going to be really happy. They are now on the cards to head on down over towards the semifinals brackets. But before all of that here, you can already see that True Rippers, they're on the lower bracket, second stage. And now for tomorrow's matches, it's going to get even more interesting. Enigma versus Team Valor and Team Exo versus Force One. I don't know who's going to be winning out on those matches as well, too, because Enigma and their roster shuffle is going to cause a lot of problems for them moving on down the line. And Team Valor, you don't want to have a lot of problems against this team because that team can absolutely tear you down limb from limb. And for Team Exo and Force One, the same problem is there. Team Exo, they're the ones who have stuck together for a really long time. They have their mojo back, but Force One, they've been falling apart recently.
Yeah, that is true. And we're going to have to wait and see how exactly it all turns out tomorrow. But for now, Aggressive, I think we've had a hell of a day. We've seen 2 matches of complete and utter action down to the grin. And it's been pretty amazing to see both the super dogs and the underdogs go at it against each other. And yeah, it's been a hell of a day. And tomorrow is going to be just as much more as we continue on this journey. So, I mean, at this point, I think it's too early to ask, but I know that, you've got 2 favorites, Global Esports and Velocity, who might just be, champions. But if you had to choose somebody else, who do you think might just go all the way?
I'm personally going to say it has to be Reckoning. Reckoning has won my heart through from the very start and up till now. I honestly thought that, hey, Trippers are going to possibly take this away from them, but Trippers are having their own problems. And Reckoning, throughout this entire tournament, tell me one day that they have not been consistent. A team that is this consistent over the span of 2 months, and the fact that they have improved even more just goes to show that Reckoning, they're going to be the contenders to possibly take away the crown from either Velocity or Global. Or I could just eat my words, because Velocity and Global, they are the kings for a very specific reason. And hey, they're not going to be giving up their position anytime soon. But for now, we got to give up our positions because this is going to be the end of it all for today. But hey, don't really worry about it, ladies and gentlemen, because we get a lot more action coming on down the line. So if you don't want to miss out on that action, make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and also hit the bell to get notified when you are going to be going in live. And as you are going to be down there, make sure to check all the links down below in the description. Get yourself that WD Black SSD, get yourself a processor from AMD Ryzen, and also get yourself a can of Red Bull to get yourself energized for your late night rankings by scanning that QR code down below right here. And with that, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Universe, signing on off. And we're going to be back with you tomorrow with the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. Good night, sweet dreams, and happy gaming.